Press it then. He clearly had like 5 more. He's like, nah, I gotta look hard for the camera.
That's cap, bro. That was failure, bro.
Come on, 15 more.
Our mirror is so dirty.
It is. I'm gonna really lean, babe.
Yeah.
You can see it even in my face. What?
You look very nice.
Dude, this is awesome, bro. Like, I think obviously there's more to achieve in your life. Yesterday, my wife made me steak, and I'm sitting here just like laying down after I went to the gym, and she brings me coffee. I think this is like awesome. 20 years old, married, and
Don't spill it.
oh snap, it's gonna drip everywhere. Why do you love me so much? Oh shoot. Huh?
I just do.
Oh. Is it because I'm jacked?
Well, that helps.
And so instead of taking my life, I gave my life to somebody who wanted it. That's why I want to tell people about Jesus, not because I'm not trying to.
I have to realize is that you eating a lot of food, quote unquote, or it's up there, you eating a lot of food doesn't necessarily translate to you being in a surplus. So what exactly is a calorie surplus? The most basic and straightforward way that I can put it without boring you guys to death is that this is you eating above the amount of calories that your body needs to maintain its body weight. Meaning, this is the amount of calories that you need to maintain the body weight that you're at, right? So let's give an example. Let's say you're 130 pounds and let's just throw a number out there. Let's say it takes 2,000 calories. This is just for the sake of example. Let's say it takes 2,000 calories for your body to maintain this. In order for you to be in a surplus, that means you have to eat more than 2,000 calories a day. And ideally, you're going to be in a 300 to 500 calorie surplus, right? But the problem that a lot of you guys have is that you're just eating and you're not actually tracking anything. So you're never actually in a real caloric surplus, right? That's problem number 1. And then problem number 2 seems so straightforward, but when I say your physique isn't everything or you can be a big loser, that's literally who I was. This is me when I was in college. I was putting a ton of GH at this time, so I'm a little bit bigger than I am now. But despite me being in great shape or going to the gym, I was a degenerate. I was smoking weed all the time.
I'm fucking hammered, bro. I'm just sitting here, bro. Holy shit.
And obviously, I'm not saying the gym doesn't matter. I'm a fitness coach. I'm still in good shape. But what I'm saying is when you put all of your worth or all of your effort, all of your time, all of your energy towards just building a physique and not improving yourself overall, that's when you find yourself in a hard spot. Because the physique, in all reality, it's vanity. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, if you're in great shape, you have a great physique, but you're a freaking loser, you don't know how to show up for those around you, you don't know how to grow in other areas, you refuse to be kind, be caring, whatever it may be, all the attributes that you want as a man that actually make you a man, and you don't have those, the physique doesn't mean anything, bro. You'll just be a big loser that has nothing else going for him but, oh, I'm big, right? And this is coming from someone who was there. I literally showed you guys. So I'm making this video, 1, to be transparent, and 2, to tell you guys, it's, yes, okay, you go to the gym because you want to build a great physique. You want to be more confident, right? Those are the 2 biggest reasons that people start. But everything that you learn from the gym, the mindset, the ability to push yourself, the ability to be disciplined, the ability to show up, and regardless of how you feel, right? You need to apply that in other areas of your life. Because if you don't, you're going to be big, but you're going to be a version of yourself that you're not happy being, right? Like I looked at the way that I did back then, and arguably I feel like I look better now, but that's unrelated. When I was looking in the mirror, I had a great physique, but I hated the person that I was becoming. So I felt the exact same way that I did about myself internally when I was freaking 90 pounds, when I was about dang near 170 back then, right? Like it just speaks volume on just how important it is to make sure that you're developing yourself in and outside of the gym. Don't just put all your cards in the gym and refuse to grow in other areas, or you're going to be a loser, bro. I was getting one of my clients started. He's a 40-year-old pastor. He's one of my favorite clients that I work with. I like all my clients, but my guy Colin, he's one of the coolest clients I've worked with. And something that he told me on our onboarding process when we were setting up his program and everything was, he was telling me that one of the biggest things driving him was the fact that his daughter was getting older, and that he knew that there was going to be a time to where there's going to be, you know, boys coming up and, you know, boyfriends and having to deal with a lot more stuff because he's noticing, like, you know, they're looking and all this stuff. He told me, he's like, man, I can't have these dudes be bigger than me, man. Like, I gotta be able to be like, hey, man, you better treat my daughter right and have that, you know, like physical, so we can say dominance or physical capability or physical, you know, just like the way that you come off as a man physically. Like if you're a father and your daughter's dating this kid and he's like significantly bigger and stronger than you are, it's like, oh, you better treat my daughter right. Like, nah, he's like, yo, treat my daughter right or else, right? Now, obviously, you know, there's no point of being like violent or anything, but that's just the reality of it. If you're freaking jacked and your daughter comes home with a guy, he's going to be like, oh, I better respect this man. And it goes the same with, you know, any and everything else. But it's just pretty funny. I just remembered that.
I want things to be beautiful. Forgot things could be beautiful.
I've been suicidal. I've been diagnosed, or I am currently still diagnosed with derealization and depersonalization disorder. Look at my cat. And so I've struggled with mental health for a long time, right? Pretty much my whole life. Tried to kill myself when I was 13. All kinds of just like crazy stuff, you know, like that I went through at a young age. But now, what I can say is I'm grateful that I've had to experience these things, because in the moment, and this is applicable to any hardship, any low moment in your life, whatever it may be, in a moment it felt terrible. Like me being suicidal at 13, obviously I didn't feel good. Me struggling with insecurity and depression and self-hatred, you know, it didn't feel good in the moment. But now I'm able to see, like, okay, I've gotten through that, and now I'm able to pour into other people's lives. I'm able to relate to people on a deeper level than most people wouldn't be able to. You know, like I'm able to look at somebody who's struggling with their self-image, who's struggling with depression, who's struggling with drug use, who's struggling with, you know, trying to find what's the truth, what's this, like, what am I supposed to do with my life, X, Y, and Z, and be able to deeply resonate with them and connect with them and be able to help them even more. So, man, I'm making this video just because, dude, I'm gonna start being a lot more just transparent and personal in my content, man, because I know you on the other side of the screen watching this right now, if you've been watching for a minute and 30 seconds, you must resonate with it enough. So if you're currently in that situation, bro, just know, 1, you're not alone, and 2, it gets better, and 3, you know, when it's all said and done and you're able to look back, it might sound crazy, but you'll be able to look back at this current bad moment that you're in and laugh at it. You know, like I'm able to look back and think like, bro, I was trying to freaking hang myself when I was 13. Like, what was wrong with me, you know? But it doesn't feel like that in a moment. But just know, man, you're not alone, dog. And Jesus loves you. And my cat, she's asleep. I like drugs. I should say I love drugs. Or I should say the old version of me loved drugs, which explains why I was always around people who had them. I was always around people who were doing them. I was always going to parties, X, Y, and Z, because, you know, it felt good and it was easy to run to drugs whenever I felt down, whatever situation that I was in. I was either gonna smoke, drink, around people doing freaking coke. I'm not making this video just to be like, oh, dude, old me love drugs. No. The reason why I'm making this video is because this is how real you need to be with yourself. This is how real you need to be and understand yourself, understand your triggers, understand the lines that you need to draw so that you don't go back to the old version of yourself that you promised yourself you wouldn't be, or if you don't, so you don't stay this version of yourself that you don't want to be, right? And like I said in the beginning of the video, when I'm telling you guys like that version of me love drugs, I cannot be around people who party. I cannot be around people who drink. I cannot be around people who smoke. I cannot be around people doing pretty much anything, because I know part of me, even though I am a new creation in Christ, even though I have changed tremendously, I know that part of me will come out if I surround myself with those people, with those things in my reach. So if you want to actually become that best version of yourself, if you want to put down the drugs, stop the bad habits, whatever it may be, just improve yourself in any way, shape, or form, you have to be real enough with yourself. You have to be humble enough to admit that I'm too weak to be around this thing, so I can't be around it, or I can't be around these people, whatever it may be. Just admit to yourself that, hey, I have a problem, whether that's previous, current, and understand that the only way that I can really, really break this version of me, stop doing these things, whatever it may be, drugs, partying, hooking up with random people, whatever it may be, understand that you have to completely remove that from your environment, because it doesn't matter how strong you are. If you used to do coke benders 3 days in a row, if you used to take shots, 20 shots a night, if you used to party, and then before you knew it, you were blacked out and you woke up on some random person's couch, whatever it may be, don't put yourself around that. I don't care how strong-minded you are, get away from it. Because I'm telling you, you will fall back into it. And that's the last thing that you want to do, is make so much more progress in a very short amount of time, but lose everything and just get back to square one because you thought, oh, I'm strong enough to withstand this urge or this temptation. Get away from it. Cut it off. Look at this. This is my little brother. He's like 10 years old. And he texted me yesterday. He's like, I'm going to try to do this every day of the year. My goal is to do 100 in a row. That's my goal. And he's talking about push-ups. And I'm hyping him up. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm sending him like little bodybuilding videos and he's getting inspired. And this guy's like, he's sending me videos of him working out every day. Yeah, this is something small and it's not the biggest thing ever, but just being able to be an inspiration to your younger brother, like being the older brother that he's able to look up to, is an amazing feeling, man. I remember being 13, 14 years old, being inspired by David Lay, like doing push-ups in my room. And now I'm able to be an inspiration for someone that I love, And she's not here right now, but for my wife too. I love my wife. But yeah, just something random, bro. This is awesome. Look at this.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly came down.
I understand there's a lot of people who are scared of gym judgment, scared of going to the gym and people looking at them a certain kind of way. Bro, there was a grown man at the gym with literally, he had like booty jorts on. Obviously, I wasn't trying to judge the dude, but bro, when you look around the gym and you see a grown man with booty jorts on, it's kind of hard not to notice it. And then I thought to myself, yeah, he got some booty jorts on, but this dude's jacked, and I'm sure he's enjoying this time at the gym. So I'm gonna go about my day and just finish my workout, and that's what I did. All right. If somebody can be at the gym with their cheeks out and people not care, bro, go to the gym. And if you don't know what to do, just ask me, bro. You can literally text me on, yo, bro, help me with this workout plan. Dude, I didn't want to think about it. If you want your future wife or current wife to think that you're hot, and every time you take your shirt off, she passes out, listen to what I'm saying. And I know you guys are like, oh, Isaiah, you're freaking small, and I understand, but dude, I have the physique that I've always wanted, right? I don't have a pump right now. I'm in bad natural lighting. If you go on my page and you see me in the gym when I'm pumped up and I have my camera, you'd be like, oh, this guy, he looks like all these other people, or not, whatever it may be. Fact of the matter is, I have the physique that I've always dreamt of when I was 90 pounds and I hated my body and had no idea how to change it. I'm here now. So listen to what I'm saying. Dang, that was a long intro. When it comes down to it, a lot of you guys are like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to be consistent, X, Y, and Z. And I know this is going to sound very straightforward and it's going to be like, oh, Isaiah, I never really thought about it that way, in a sarcastic way. But if you really, really take this and run with it and implement it the way that I tell you to, you're going to achieve the physique that you want, because it's this simple. First, think your goal. Write it down, think it, type it in, whatever it may be. Just really vividly imagine yourself where you want to be, how you look, X, Y, and Z. All right? Imagine that version of you. If that's 20 pounds heavier, if it's, I don't know, some of you guys may be overweight, you're like, I want to lose 20 pounds, whatever it may be. Think of that version of yourself. Now, what I want you to do is sit down and ask yourself these few questions. 1, how does this version of me eat every single day? 2, how did this version of me train every single week? And how often does this version of me train every single week? 3, what habits does current me follow that this version of me, the version of you that you want to be, no longer does? Now, I want you to take your biggest limiting belief, right? One of the easiest ones that I can think of right now is my metabolism's too fast, or my body just won't allow me to pack on size, or I can't gain muscle no matter what. Take your biggest limiting belief and flip it on its head. Turn it into an empowering belief. Easiest one, like I did when I first started, is sure, I have a fast metabolism and it's harder for me to gain weight, but because of that, once I do, my metabolism enables me to maintain an amazing physique, or at least stay very, very lean year round. So once I do get to that goal, my metabolism will be and currently is my best friend. Just little small mindset shifts like that can change everything for you. I know this isn't like, oh, here's this woo-ha magic pill to snap your fingers and be there. But if you apply this, I guarantee that you're going to at least make a bit more progress that you didn't make in the past. I went from this to this in about 5 years using steroids, but you don't have to do that. Just follow these steps if you want to make the same transformation. Step 1, train to absolute failure on every single one of your working sets, meaning you're pushing as hard as you possibly can. And even if you wanted to get another rep, you absolutely couldn't. Second step, log every single one of your lifts. Remember I told you to hit every single set to failure? Not only that, I want you to document every single detail of those sets, log them every single week, and aim to beat the previous week every single week moving forward. And third, systemize everything like you're a freaking maniac, because it's going to make everything so much easier for you when you don't have to think about what you have to do, when you have to do it. Just jot everything down, plan out your week ahead of time, and do it every single day to where you can just check off the boxes. It's going to make it so much easier for you to stay consistent. And lastly, just eating a caloric surplus. That's pretty straightforward. Cool, bro. Now you can get big on your own, or comment the word free to get access to my school community to get more in-depth stuff. You have to be easy to kidnap if you want to make a crazy transformation. This is coming from someone who looked like this 5 years ago. This isn't just applicable to going to the gym. This is applicable to everything that you want to do or want to be better or great at or make a ton of progress in. Obviously, the goal here isn't to actually get kidnapped, but listen to me because this is what I mean. If you have a set routine to where you wake up at a certain time, you eat at a certain time, you train at a certain time, you do cardio at a certain time, you go to sleep at a certain time, every single day. If you want to actually grow in any aspect, but especially in the gym, this is going to be the easiest way to do it, because you're literally doing the same mundane, boring tasks that are going to move you forward each and every day at the exact same time every single day. Meaning, if somebody wanted to come up and yoink you off the sidewalk, they would know exactly when to do it, because you do the same thing every single day at the exact same time. When you have everything scheduled from A to Z, it makes it so much easier for you to be consistent and productive, because you don't even have to think about what you need to do every single day. You just get up and do it. And the more that you do this, the more second nature it becomes. So you can apply this to any area of your life, like I said, but especially in the gym, once you're able to set up this system to where you can just show up and do the same thing day in and day out and actually linearly make progression, and you solidify that into yourself, you're going to automatically make more progress. And it's as simple as that. And it's that simple. When you're able to do that and do the same boring task each and every day for a long amount of time, that's what's really going to give you the edge, or that's what's really going to just get you the result in any aspect of your life. Comment the word free to get access to my free community showing you how to improve yourself in every single aspect through the gym. Or don't, I don't really care.